Comedy films Body Heat, Romancing the Stone, Peggy Sue Got Married, and Serial Mom. Her new movie, The Real Blonde, is in theaters right now. Please welcome Kathleen Turner.
I heard you talking earlier. So, thank you. So I just wanted to come up and say, good evening, Conan.
I love that voice. Your voice is actually
lower than yours,
deeper than mine. Thanks for talking about it some more.
Okay, yeah.
I've got one of those. I have the same voice I had when I was like 14 years old.
Oh.
You know? You want to buy a paper, mister? It never changed after that. You know, adolescence didn't change a thing. I thought, well, why are you laughing so much at that?
No,
That's torment for a guy.
I was thinking when I was like 14, they put me in the boys section of the choir. They wouldn't even let me sing with the girls.
You were like Bowser and Sha-Na-Na. You were like, do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
You could, I'm curious about something. Your voice, I mean, I know we've talked about it every single time, but it must be a great thing to have a voice like that.
I enjoy it very much.
Yeah.
Actually, I get to do a lot with it. One of the things I do often is record books, or like right now I'm recording Shakespeare's sonnets with some other people, and then all the sale of the tapes and the books and everything go to the charity of my choice. Like this one's for Planned Parenthood, and so that's a really. I like to give my work rather than just
That's a great thing, and those books on tape. That's a good. That's a real good gig to get.
Yeah.
I would never. I mean, Andy, you have a good voice. You could do something like that. I would never get a gig where I'm a voice on tape. Like a Stephen King thriller as read by Conan O'Brien.
No, but what about the Hardy
Boys? And then Carrie killed her, you know?
The Hardy Boys or something like that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
In this new movie, The Real Blonde, you play a casting director.
Yeah.
You must have, I mean, you've been past that stage. We would have to actually deal with a casting director for quite a time now, but in the early days, you must have had plenty of casting directors in your life.
I think the worst experience that I ever had was I was so prepared. I was so fired up. I had my classical monologue, my comedy, my modern, my, everything. And this woman had given me like 10 minutes to do them all in this tiny little room, 8 by 10. And she was behind a desk with her assistant, and I got the other 4 feet or something. And I was Rosalind, and I was everything. And I finished, and she turned to her assistant, and she said, so, what do you think of her teeth?
Oh, really? That's got to be humiliating. And when they go over and they take a look, they
I said, okay, I'm out of here. Actually, I told her that if she was interested in my acting, I would be very pleased to work with her. Otherwise, she was wasting my time. And I stomped out of there. And she proceeded to call my agency and tell them not to send any more prima donnas to her office.
Well, see, but there are a lot of people who are so desperate for the work that they would, they put up with anything.
Was appalling. I just thought that was so rude. And they're not. I mean, they're not by any means all like that. But a lot of them are quite. They don't have much time to waste. And as you say, there are thousands of young people trying to get in and to be seen by them. So this character in The Real Blonde is kind of fashioned a little bit on that. There is a woman who says, this is a business, move it, keep it going. What have you got to show me? Fine, nothing, leave. But in the end, she's supportive and believes. It's a really nice movie, actually. I really like it.
But it's not depressing about the industry, making you think that, so many thousands of people tried.
It actually is quite satisfying in the end. I don't want to tell you the ending.
Yeah, no, don't.
No.
Everybody blows up in the end. Right?
Yeah. New York slides into the sea,
people like that. They pay a lot of money to see a special effect like that. Before we go to commercial, I wanted to ask you, last time you were here, you were on your way to London.
Oh, yeah.
And you said that you were going to live there and you were going to eat all the food because you love that food. And we actually had a fight about it because they said nobody really loves the food in England.
I have to confess, and perhaps you will take witness of this, you were right.
The food.
You were right.
The food in England.
Disgusting.
It's gross.
It was appalling. I had a terrible time. I hated it. The only thing that's good is the beer. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's a popular stance. You could run for president on that platform. Let's take a quick break. We'll have more with Kathleen Turner in just a second, so stick around. we were chatting during the break, and you said that that over in London, while you were there, you went to a taping, an Elton John taping.
Oh yeah, one of the ITT it is, I think, the alternative to the BBC channel. They have an audience with show where they have live. Well, it's not live. They edit it, thank God, afterwards. But Elton John, it's a concert, and he has all these people in, and you get to ask questions, and he talks to you and everything. And actually, Elton had sent invitations to many of us asking if we would come, and...
he wanted celebrities, filling the audience.
Then when we got there, he came around, and he said he wanted us all to ask these specific questions. And we were supposed to just say, Elton, I was wondering, and of course, you've been given this
What makes you so great? Yeah.
Yeah, my question was, we all are aware that you studied at the Royal Academy of Music. Were you aware of that?
No.
Anyway, but, what made you make a transition from classical to rock? And that was my question.
And he expected...
I asked it very well.
And people just... he expected, big celebrities...
Well, he gave us these little cards. Yeah, Cher was there, and Sting, and Tim Dalton, and... Kiki D.
You're going to go through Cher and Sting and Charo and these all single-name stars.
Only the single names were there.
Yeah,
what about, I heard that Ozzy Osbourne was there.
Oh, yeah, he was weird. He's just weird.
It's Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
He was dressed very nicely in a pinstripe suit and behaved himself.
I kind of stayed away from him, yeah.
Well, what, did he ask a question, too?
Yeah, but I can't repeat that on this show.
Elton, where am I?
I think it was, it was something to do with pubic hair, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that typed on a card?
Yeah. Elton gave it to him. Ask me this. That's important.
Oh, dear.
That is so weird.
It was weird.
The idea of putting all the celebrities and then letting Ozzy wander in there is so strange.
Well, he also had some transvestite from Piccadilly Circus. It's evidently always at this one tube station, this subway station. And she's kind of a, kind of a famous, landscape of London sort of thing. And she came bashing in. Oh, and the Spice Girls were there.
Yes,
and I have
Spice
to say,
Girls.
I made major points with my daughter because...
Your daughter was excited about
my
it?
daughter is 10. I think she's over it now, but she was then. And this summer, she was still a fan.
Does she have a favorite of the Spice Girls?
Yeah, Scary.
She likes Scary? Yeah, I like Sporty.
And I got major points that night because I called home and I said, I met the Spice Girls tonight. She said, did you get their autograph? And I said, no, but they asked me for mine.
Oh, that's kind of nice. That'll show the little tyke.
I'll show her.
Speaking of that, she's 10 years old?
Oh, yes.
Now, there's so much going on. They're talking so much on the news these days about these things that are going on in the press with the president and Monica Lewinsky. And there's all this stuff that they say, how will parents explain this to their children?
Oh, dear.
You're someone who has a 10-year-old. Do you let her watch the news? What's your take on the whole
thing?
thing?
She's certainly aware that the president is being questioned for his behavior. And I'm not sure that she has a... I'm kind of bad this way because I sort of instill in her my own opinion at this point. I figure she's too young to fight back yet. But
that's really good.
I just tell her,
before she has a mind of her own.
One of the biggest problems is that his taste is just so tacky.
You think that's the problem
I
here?
think that's a big problem. Yeah.
It's not a question of morality. It's just you don't like his taste in women.
I really dislike it. Yeah. Other than Hillary.
Really? You like Hillary, but you don't like these other ones?
She's classy. The rest are just trailer park,
Wow. So that's an interesting little talk that you'll have with your daughter.
Yeah,
Not about the morality or the birds and the bees, but no, they're trailer trash. You don't want to be involved with them. That's really, when the big hair is big, stay away.
Forget it.
All right, well, I got to mention, The Real Blonde is now in theaters. It's in New York and Los Angeles, and it's opening nationally March 13th. Also, that's right, also this Saturday, you're hosting the Directors Guild Awards.
Here in Manhattan, yeah.
Here in Manhattan. Kathleen Turner, always a pleasure.
Thanks
so much for coming by.
Fun.
Yeah, good luck with the movie. Kathleen Turner, everybody. Mark Maron's coming up. We'll be right back.